They voted today, which is Monday. It's a Monday in March today. And all the NFL owners got together and they're like, we should change the rules. So we're going to change the rule that has to do with tackling players. And they officially unanimously banned the hip drop tackle. And then every single NFL defender was like, why? Like, honestly, if you go
Why?
to tackle a player to slow down their momentum, sometimes Rob Gronkowski is going to be carrying you on his hip. And then the hip drop tackle, if you don't know what it is, it's pretty much when you grab them and then you use your momentum to basically slam down back onto them. So you're basically dragging them down and you're using your momentum to slam the defender on the ground. But it's like at the same time, the NFL is a contact sport. We all get you don't want players targeting other players' heads, but you have to kind of stop there because this is going to be one of the diciest penalties to call on what is and what isn't a hip drop tackle. And I feel like they may try this for a year because Mike Florio, of all people, of Pro Football Focus, was like, look at the statistics for the injuries where players have to use their momentum and throw other players on the ground, which other people call tackling. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like, I get it for offense, but now every single NFL defender feels slighted. You're like, okay, clearly everything is favoring the offense. And then you're going to also see plenty of hip drop tackles that aren't going to get called. It's going to be one in a playoff game. It's probably going to be a Chiefs defender who does it. And then the NFL is going to be another excuse where people are like, oh, everything's a conspiracy when they just can't call every single hip drop tackle.
Yeah, I don't like this play. I mean, first of all, I understand pivoting to a more offensive NFL. Like that's good for business. I get that. But at the same time, there comes a balance. And I think that the NBA has actually done a really good job of balancing it when it comes to whether it's swallowing the whistle or maybe adding some rules that might help the defense a little bit too. It's a balance. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we don't want this to be turning into a 50-47 type of game. We want to see defense there. This is why we love players like Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, the players of old. There's a reason why we love the Julius Peppers and the Luke Kuechlys of the world down the line. Like all these iconic defensive players, when they're limiting their ability to tackle, which they did the same thing with roughing the passer and being called so aggressively these days, eventually we're going to see a worse product in return. And I think I agree with you in the sense that I think that they're going to try it out for a year and then see the reaction of the fans and see how they respond. But I don't like this. I think that you've already done enough for the offense. The way you call plays, I think this is going to hurt the product a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like obviously when you use your momentum to throw someone on the ground to stop them, you're going to have more injuries with that. And I'm fine with you bringing up those statistics and it raises a great question, but also that comes down to teaching people the fundamentals of how to tackle. It comes down to practice time. How much are we actually practicing tackling? But it's also like, what are you supposed to do if you're grabbing someone? You're supposed to just let them go and run free because now if you grab a defender from behind, you can't use your weight to throw him down anymore. And that's a play where a lot of star players have gotten injured on, but that's just been the norm in the NFL.